Oh,
I don't know.
funny.
I wouldn't. I feel like the way you get caught is you kill somebody you know. Like all the famous serial killers, it's like, who were they killing? Like prostitutes, homeless people. They were running up the score. They were like playing for points, and that's why they survived so long. If like a serial killer started offing people like their brothers and sisters and moms and dads, like would immediately be like, I think we're onto something here. Like,
I wonder if serial killers could rack up numbers like mass murderers do, right? Like that Vegas guy. Didn't he kill? Is it 77 people that he got killed?
Oh, surely he didn't kill that many.
No, I think it was because a lot of people got trampled to death. Is what people forget, because it was a giant like stampede
music concert. I think,
but there were just so many people.
60 dead.
So I think
413.
I was gonna say I thought there was like 400 people who were wounded.
It'd be hard to get 60 kills as a serial murderer. I mean, even one a week. It's really,
there's that.
I think it's hard to get 60 as a mass shooter because it's been rarely done. You know what I mean?
There's that Serbian bitch who killed like a couple hundred people, but they're all sick. Hold on, what is her name?
Here's the most prolific serial killer in American history, Samuel Little.
Okay.
And at least 60 murders. He has the largest number of confirmed victims for any serial killer in America.
Black guy. Holy shit. Oh.
It's unusual for a serial
I hate
murderer.
it when we allow black people to come into our things and dominate. This is the Tiger Woods situation all over again.
Jackie Robinson.
Serial killing is a white people only thing. Okay, like can't
apparently
have
not
one thing that's ours.
Hey, the tail of the tape is right here.
God damn it! It's a black guy.
This guy's number one in the league, and he's still alive.
How many did he kill?
At least, or he said 93 claimed and suspected, only 60 confirmed.
Man, that stuff gets stopped before 100 though. That's gotta hurt. You know, that's
what about Baba Anuka, the Serbo-Romanian convicted serial killer, amateur chemist who killed almost 150 people?
Let me look at Baba Anuka. Oh, this is
just
a lady.
Sweet old lady.
Yeah, I've seen stories of like women serial killers where it was a woman who was just like poisoning babies for like a 40-year nursing career.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, well, they estimate like hundreds of babies because of just the amount of time it was that no one caught on because it all looked natural. And I guess kids were dying all the time back then. But that's like a cheating kind of serial killing. It's like, it's a baby. It can't tell on you. It can't.
Yeah. I'm more interested in the guy who's got like a semi truck and he's traveling the entire country and just picking them off at every rest stop. That's a serial killer.
That's a classic serial killer. And those are the kind that I think if I had to begin a life in that way, I'd want to be a vagabond style serial killer. Like someone who's all, maybe buys my own semi and, does routes or something. And then
part of the semi, you own it. And part of the truck is your killing lab, your Dexter style kill floor. and there's like a wall that doesn't seem like it's a wall, but it comes away and you've got like your kill floor in there.
I'm exposed immediately when I go to the first place for them to fill up my truck. They're like, hey man, there's like a lot of beakers in here.
No, there's a fucking false wall. They don't see it. They don't. It's not just open. It's not just.
You'd be one of them fellers. You drive through Texas and you get pulled over by the Department of Transportation, and we'd see you on the side of the road, and they'd be looking in your fucking truck. I see that all the time. People getting their truck stopped, and then they expose them for their Dexter moving laboratory.
Yeah, and it wouldn't work. It would be like you'd have to bank on every single person who ever loaded or unloaded your truck being the type of person who's never seen a semi, like an empty semi bed before, because they're going to look at it and they're going to see that it's 7 feet shallower than every other one.
How would they see that? They're inside of it. They can't tell. There's just
no, not the people the people that are going to be loading your truck. You don't load the
guy working the dolly is going to play Sherlock Holmes for the weekend instead of just getting another crate of boxes and going about his way.
All it takes is one way station,
and that's where you did your work.
Yeah, it just takes one way station.
Yeah, those rolling way stations I saw, those are neat. Like they don't even slow down; they just go over the thing and they just wave them through.
Now that I'm thinking about it, with all the way stations and like the way trucks are tracked now, that might not be the right move. It might be better just to be a general vagabond in a car who had a home base, but you didn't bring any killing.
Finally, Taylor comes around to van life. I've been working on him for a decade now.
That's the only time I could see getting into van life is if I had an insatiable drive to kill. And I just had to pursue it and nothing else.
I think a motorhome is better because I would imagine that when you get pulled over in a motorhome, They don't go in there and look around. I've never seen that. Like outside of that that From Dusk Till Dawn movie. Like they don't go in there and like go through your fucking motorhome. They just give you a ticket and go about your day.
I don't know. If you're like the guy they've been looking into for being sketchy, they're going to look into you.
Why would they look into you for being sketchy? See, that's the whole point of being the vagabond serial killer is you don't stay in one place, being the creepy guy around town who's always hanging out by the nursing school. Aren't those nurses always disappearing? You don't do that. You know, this is your first time ever in Albuquerque. Couple hookers go missing. Next weekend, you're in Phoenix. You know, you're in Phoenix. You just move around.
Couple more hookers go missing. Eventually, you really start to lose it. You start to think, I'm cleaning the streets. Then you
are cleaning the streets of disease and filth and sin. God would probably not like not like what you're doing, but he'd let it slide. It'd be like one of those. It'd be like why I oughtas, you know.
I don't know.
He would come down on you hard.
I think Jesus would frown at that. I think that would upset him.
He did have a lot of hooker friends.
Yeah. He was like, "Hey, you guys, you're doing gambling and stuff in the temple, and then you're coming out here and being mean to the prostitutes.
No steak in the temple."
Dirty.
The thing that impresses me about a serial killer, like I'm sure there's tons of serial killers that we've never heard of and we never will hear of. They just did their thing and then died of old age and retired. You know what I mean? But then like that's almost not as cool. Like someone like the Zodiac who rubs it in the faces of law enforcement and sends those cryptographs or whatever and the puzzles and they're taunting law enforcement for decades. That's pretty cool.
Zodiac sucked, dude. Zodiac was putting up like Babe Ruth style numbers. Try that today. Try that when like we have real tracking and technology and DNA and this and that. That guy would have got found so quick.
All right. Counterpoint: the DC sniper back in like 2002, Lee Boyd Malvo, and I can't remember the other guy's name. Those two jabronis, that was hardcore. They were just in your face all weekend long, just shooting white guys at Outback Steakhouses and rolling away. Like I don't remember how many they killed, maybe 15, maybe 20. They wounded a bunch too. But that whole gig they had where they were shooting out, they had tore out the seat so they were in their car and they would crawl into the boot of the car, into the trunk of the car, and then they would remove the tail light and shoot out through that hole with a scoped rifle and then just drive away. And the news reports were always a white van. We saw a white van. And so they're stopping every one of those and just waving through the sedans, like not even bothering. Those guys went on a roll. They killed a lot.
How long was that for? A couple weeks?
It was weeks that they were like terrorizing DC. Yeah, I remember we were talking about it at school, like you know. But it was.
How old were you then?
10th grade.
10th grade. It was wild
10th grade.
In that, like, when things were getting hot, when this was a national news story, like running 24/7, they were still doing it. Like another one landed, and that would be my sign to cool off. Come back next year, but not them. They were in it for the love of the game.
They wanted to get caught. And I think I read their Wikipedia page once, and it was one of those instances where it's like the perpetrators, Alex Samuelson, new chosen name at time of killings, Mahmoud Babubadu, or like whatever. Like they went down that like black Islam.
Was it Muhammad Atta and Lee Boyd Malvo?
Muhammad Atta was 9/11.
Lee Boyd Malvo is an incredible name.
Lee Boyd Malvo was definitely one of them. So it was, if I remember correctly, it was like an older guy who was more of like a stepfather or like an uncle figure, and then a younger guy who was like late teens, early 20s.
It's John Allen Muhammad and Lee Boyd Malvo.
Yeah.
Wow. It's too many names.
Willing accomplice Lee Malvo.
Yeah.